Hey, welcome back to my channel. I make weekly art tutorials, paint-alongs, and vlogs. Thank you for watching if you're watching live. Welcome if you're watching on replay. What I'm going to do today is what I love to do to like wind down and chill out, and that is basically do some loose watercolor florals. As I'm doing that, I'm also going to be talking about Kofi and the rewards that I'm making as well. So if you want to know what I'm going to be sending out on Kofi, I am indeed. If you want to know what I am going to be sending out on Kofi, then definitely keep watching. But if you want it to be a surprise, then it's probably best to look away. Okay. So let me get everything ready and show you. Hey, Lara. Hey, Mrs. Barnabas. Hey, Katerina. Yeah, all my technology started failing, as is per usual when I want to go live. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Hey, Zoibu. I hope I'm saying that right. So last time or 2 lives ago, what we did was some loose floral paintings. And I really enjoyed that process. I enjoyed thinking about colors some more. And I thought that it would be nice to do something similar again. But this time, what I wanted to do as well was to send out some of the paintings that I create in this live stream to everyone who joins the Kofi. Hey, Lorna. So, for those who don't know, Kofi is a platform that I have recently created. Well, I haven't created the platform, but it's where I've created a membership site. And on there, we can all chat together, we can share art. I create monthly art challenges and so much more. And as a thank you, because I'm very much new to it, and those who have joined are kind of doing it in faith, right? You have no idea how good it's going to be until you join. So as a thank you, I've been doing some rewards for everyone who joins, my original MVPs. One of those rewards is this. I've created some dot cards with some Jackson's watercolors, and I'm going to be sending that out as well. And I always had an issue with dot cards because I feel like the ones I've received have literally just been like little smears of paint. But for this one, I don't know if you can see. Can you see like I've done like thick blobs of paint? My hope is that it will be enough for everyone who receives it to do at least a small painting with it, but also to essentially ascertain if they like these paints, if they want to get the set or not. I have liked them, but as I say, it's for you to decide. And on top of that, as a bonus, I was swatching some other watercolors by Supervision, and they are beautiful. And unfortunately, they're smaller and a lot more expensive, but still, I wanted to share them. So this wasn't actually part of the plan, but what I was doing in the last live stream is creating tiny dot cards of these as well. And just to show you some of the colors, I hope that you can see them. Can you see how they glisten and shine? They're absolutely amazing. So as I say, I'm going to be sending everyone 6 Jackson's colors, and then I'll be sending some random assortments of the Supervision colors as well, so that if you want to try them out, you can. And that is for everyone who joins Kofi today. I have to make today the last day so that I can sort out postage and my life and everything else. It was initially meant to be yesterday, but technology failed. Welcome to everyone who is watching. What we're going to do today is some loose watercolor florals, which I am then going to send out to everyone who joins my Kofi today. And this one. Hey, Katarina. Hey, Mrs. Barnabas. Hey, Marilise. Hey, Lorna. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. The colors that I'm going to be using are as follows. So we have the Jacksons here, which I'll put to the side. And I haven't finished creating the dot cards, hence why they are all still on my desk. But take it as inspiration. This is my Roman Schmall watercolors, which I'm trying to get more familiar with, hence why I've been using them more and more in the live streams. These are the colors in the palette, and I've done a whole separate video where I not only swatched them out but just compared them to different brands as well. So if you want to see them, then check those out. Now let's get started. And the paper that I'm using is the Clairefontaine cellulose paper. And then I've got some loose sheets. Initially, one of the limiting factors that I have is shipping, obviously. Shipping costs so much. So I'm kind of limited to like a certain number of grams. But that's okay. I'm going to fill it up with goodies anyway. What is everyone else up to this beautiful Saturday? Shall we? This is Mineral Violet. Yeah, exactly. It's almost entirely like Patreon, only that they take less fees from the creator. So the creator actually ends up getting more. And you can also have like a shop facility on there. So, for example, I've put my pictures from Venice on there, but I am also able to have a feature where, although it's a shop, I can put things up there for free for people to download. So it's just a little bit more flexible. There are two options. So for the rewards that I'm doing are for the members who join. So you'll get this happy mail hopefully very soon. I'm going to post it as soon as I'm done, and then it will be down to Royal Mail. Went for a walk in the mountains. That's amazing. Part of me did want to go outside, maybe tomorrow or maybe this evening. We'll see how the weather is. I don't have any mountains or anything nearby, but it would be nice to discover my new local area. And I have just finished editing a video that will go live at 8 p.m. tonight. I was very kindly gifted some items by Jackson's Art. Can you believe it? I'm literally still in awe. Like when I say that, I feel like I can't say it with a straight face. But yeah, that's basically me unboxing the supplies that they sent. And that's at 8 p.m. today. Has anyone done any painting today? Oh, sister date. That's so cute. I keep trying to ask my sisters to hang out with me, but everyone is busy. I'm sure they'll watch this and be like, what? That's not true. But they are, to be fair. And I've also been quite busy. When am I next at work? Very good question. I think Monday. I have quite a busy week. A busy couple of weeks coming. To be honest, a busy month coming up, just because of the way the on-calls have landed. I have I'll just be working a lot of weekends, days, nights, all that stuff. So I'm trying to be a bit preemptive and actually edit some of the videos ahead of time and get things ready. I mentioned in the community tab as well, if you haven't seen it, that I will probably be going back to, almost definitely be going back to 4 videos a month like I was doing before, so 1 video a week. So I was asking which videos you would want to see the most. in terms of like casting a vote for what you would like to see. So then that way I can kind of um, direct my efforts and prioritize a little bit, because I was like, okay, let me just write a list of the videos that I want to create this month. And I came up with 50 ideas, like 50. I was like, okay. Um, so I'm probably not the best to narrow it down. Oh, you painted the whole day, Katerina. That sounds amazing. Love that you're living the dream, Laura. Oh, I haven't been to Teddington, but I know Kingston's quite nice. In fact, I'm going to be very near there soon. I've left the window open because of the heat, so please forgive any sirens that you hear. But yeah, I must say, I didn't really fully appreciate London until I started painting again. Or until I started painting full stop. I think that was the point where I was like, oh, this is why people love it. There's so much to do, so much to see, so many art shops. um, and honestly, painting has made me see everything like very differently. I was mentioning in another live stream that there's this. I was walking past this lamppost and I had to stop and take a picture and put it on my Instagram story, because I just felt like it was, I mean, it was, rusty and whatever, but it was granulating in such a beautiful way. It looked like you'd literally painted the lamppost with granulating watercolors or granulating paint, which obviously they hadn't. It was just the natural effect of wear and tear. But I had walked past that lamppost for 2.5 years and never like noticed it, never thought it was beautiful. And then randomly I looked at it, like, you start observing more, I feel. I looked at it and was completely bewildered by how beautiful it was. I'm open to color suggestions, I should say. I'm just warming up, if you like. Mm. Oh, yeah. Also living the dream, getting Jackson's things. I still cannot believe it. Like, not just from Jackson. Like, I've received some beautiful things from viewers, from other brands as well, and just the fact that we're building such an amazing community has truly exceeded my expectations. If you were to look at my family chat, you would literally see every time someone joins Kofi, every time someone watches, every time someone comments. I mean, a lot of activity. I'll message my family in the family chat and be like, look, oh my gosh, look. And they celebrate. Like, we all celebrate together. If anyone has any questions about Kofi, please feel free to ask. I don't know if it's a thing of getting older or just me or whatever, but I'm finding it harder and harder to like text and email and you know read. I think it's because I do so much reading on a day to day in general that um I just like, or more typing. Like, I don't mind reading as the typing. So I feel like, okay, at least like this, I can answer questions straight away, quickly. I know that they're done. I don't have to worry about going back and checking that I missed something, that I forget something, you know? Thank you so much, Lara. Yeah, honestly, Laura, I didn't know that I liked them until I walked past it and I was like, this is the most beautiful. So it almost looked like Serpentine Green by Daniel Smith, like, green and browns. It was truly stunning. And I was like, I had no idea that they could be so beautiful. Can you see all right? Are you happy with that? We shall see. You know, when you make pancakes and you're like, the first pancake is either really good or you're not sure about it? We'll see in 5 minutes how I feel about that painting and whether I'm like, this is amazing and sending it out. Obviously, I'll be judged, I'll be led by you as well. Or whether I'm like, I'll keep it as a practice and move on. um, I'll put that there and see. And do some quinacridone gold and permanent alizarin crimson. Whoops, too much. It's very strong. Hey, Dark Roast, welcome. Thank you so much, Marilise. Honestly, I am so grateful that you're on Kofi. I'm so grateful for everyone, but it is just, I'm just really happy and I feel very inspired about everything that we're going to do on there. They keep just I'm just trying to be focused on providing value for you guys. And I love that I like can recognize everyone's names as we're going through. So, as I mentioned, I am doing these paintings so that I can send them out to my Kofi members as a small thank you. So, if there's a particular color that you would like me to mix so that I can specifically send it out to you, then please tell me and I will do that. I know. Thank you, Lara. It the shop is choosing keeping and it's just so stunning. I think so far it's one of my most watched and most popular videos as it happens. So you are not alone in that sentiment. What were you painting, Katarina? I'm designing the next challenge for Kofi already, which seems crazy. Like, I can't believe it will have been almost a month very soon. And I think you guys will like it. Just adding some water on the edges to make it even looser. And then, I'm not a fan of blooms, and I'm creating one here. So I'm just going to re-wet that whole area and fix that. And then you can see that beautiful bit of granulation there. 1.5 hours away. That's honestly, I can't believe I didn't make full use of it before. I just didn't know that they were there. I only found out about cast art from my sister, and she doesn't even paint, but she knew that I did, and that I would enjoy it. So she got me a voucher when I was first starting for Casa, and that's how I did my first haul actually, because she gave me a voucher to go and do some shopping, and she told me like, oh, record it and show people. And I was like, oh, but would people care? And she was right. Oh, that's a very good idea though, using Google Maps. um I did something similar, more so because it was lockdown, and I love traveling, so it was almost like my way of virtual travel, just using Google Maps to walk around and paint anything that I find either inspiring or just like nice, random street. But that sounds like a lot of fun. A3. That is I don't want to give too many spoilers on the video that's coming up later, but one of the things that I did wonder was I haven't done a really big watercolor piece, like in general. I think when I did the portraits, when I did the CNS creating cute art portraits, I that was yeah, they're the biggest pieces that I have created, but I kind of want to try bigger, like the whole page A3 of a watercolor painting. I've done acrylic painting that size, but not watercolors as of yet. Can you believe that my last live stream I started at 2 a.m.? And that was because I was putting together the dot cards, and obviously by myself, middle of the night, everyone is sleeping. And I was like, not everyone is sleeping because I have friends from all across the world. And so I went live. I'm sure you were appropriately concerned, Mrs. Barnabas. No, I was just like, oh, let me let me do this. I'm trying to cut down on watching TV as well. Let me add a dot of color. And so it was nice. We just spoke for a while, answered questions about like brushes and palettes and colors and everything. And I think because of the time difference, it turned out that there was someone from New Zealand, people from the US, even some people from the UK. Oh, hey, Miss Ebony. Congratulations. How was it yesterday? Oh, that's very nice. Tell what group is this that you're doing this with, Katarina? And I agree, Lara, it's been so good. To be fair, most of my art supplies I get online. I either get them from Jackson's or got them from Amazon, obviously, CassArt, London Graphic Centre. I went in person. A lot of places. Oh, congratulations, Miss Ebony. I'm really happy for you and your family. You must be exhausted. Okay, that's two that we've done. Let me put this here and I'm getting hungry too, which isn't a convenient time. Actually forgot to eat. I don't normally drink Coke or anything on here because I don't want to promote unhealthy living, but I'm thirsty, so forgive me. Laura, where are you? Are you in the UK? Because I thought the range and the works were UK only. But if you're in the any color suggestions? Yes, I am using Roman Schmull. Welcome back, Gods and Heroes. No, that's lovely. Shall we do some blues? I know it doesn't make sense for blue florals, but the blues in this palette are so beautiful that it seems a shame not to make use of them. And as I mentioned, I will be gifting all these paintings, or the paintings that I wanted basically, to to Kofi members for everyone who joins today. And along with that, I'll be sending dot cards of some beautiful paints that I got as well. I may add a little bit of them in here so that you can see them as well. I can imagine Thank you, gods and heroes. Yeah, I can imagine you must be exhausted, Mrs. Ebony. Guess the fact you're aching today means that you did well yesterday. Ah, South Wales near Cardiff. I feel like you've told me this before. I know they are, and part of me, not gonna lie, is scared to keep mentioning the price discrepancy because I'm like, one day they're gonna be like, hold up, everyone keeps talking about how we're too cheap. Should we just increase the price? And I'd be very sad. But until then, like they are wonderful, especially if you like granulating colors. All their colors are so intriguing for such a reasonable price. You can relax. And we'll do a peony here. The procreate of colors, I completely understand. Yeah, and completely agree. Another program that I'm like, how is it so, how is it so cheap? And I don't even use it often, unfortunately, not as often as I should. But that was another thing. And normally I don't like buying apps. Like I'm very much a cheapskate, but Procreate is one that I just had to get straight away. In fact, part of me feels like I got the iPad so that I could have Procreate. Many years ago now. Mm. Aw, that's so sweet, Miss Ebony. I do not have kids. Very much single. Mm. Yeah, I kept seeing Procreate being used in such nice ways. And the thing is, I use it when I do use it, I don't use it so much for digital art. Um, I used it to like complement my traditional art, if that makes sense. So to either like take pictures or to um edit things slightly. I used them when I was making cards for Etsy as well. I was using my Procreate to do that before I got Photoshop and everything. And it worked like a dream. And oh, well, you never know. Grandchildren may come soon. Oh, you have a granddaughter already. Your family gets bigger, but yeah, no, I do find it. I know it's not the same, but I am the eldest child, and thus all my siblings are younger, and I still find it so crazy that they are grown, that they have their own jobs, that they live alone. Like it's still, feels quite foreign. I don't know how my mum. I think my mum took it or is taking it better than me. Like my siblings will go out and I'll be like, "Oh, who are you going with?" You know, What's their number? Do you have, what if there's an emergency? How can I contact you? Can I take their number? Like, things that they have repeatedly told me is weird. But yeah, it's just being, uh-oh, I can't. Uh, uh, oh, I'm sure your daughter will be like walking and talking and then grown and in uni. Like, honestly, it's unreal. They grow up so fast. And I wonder if I feel like that about siblings, can you imagine what I'd feel with kids? Mm. Oh, did they increase in price? For us, they're still quite similar. Well, actually, from when I discovered it, the price is still quite similar. And I feel like if Daniel Smith, for example, made the equivalent of these colors, we'd be looking at £7 each upwards. Whereas they are currently, I believe, £3 for a full. Oh yeah, this is £4 even, so it would probably be 11. Hey, not sure what happened there. Can you see me? These are the paintings that we have done so far. Does anyone have any color suggestions? Special preference given to anyone who has joined Kofi already so that I know what to send you? And just as a reminder, this is what we've done so far. These are the paintings we've done so far. These are the dot cards that I made. I hope that you're happy with the size. But yeah, done this so far, which are all done with the Roman Schmall watercolors on Clairefontaine paper. And then the dot cards are the ones that I'm going to be sending out as a thank you to everyone who's joined Kofi, as well as these paintings as well. I need to put that to the side so it dries. Orange. Oh, dark blue. Okay. We'll do orange, then dark blue. Thank you. Let's see. I'll see which. So yellow and what? Yellow and pyrrole red. Make that. Then we have quin orange. I love that color. I don't, or rather quin gold. I know it doesn't technically count as an orange, but it will feature. Then let's see if we mix quin gold and pyrrole. Darker still. And I know in theory it won't make sense, but let's see if we mix permanent alizarin crimson with, it's not gonna, gold. Oh, they all look quite similar. Can you see? This is me trying to be more mindful and playing with colors before I just dive right in, which is what I'm going to do now. So get some red. Thank you, Miss Ebony. Honestly, I think Daniel Smith like scarred me with their dot cards. I was so appalled by their their amount, like so unbelievably appalled, especially because of the price. They're not cheap, you know. They were £25. Like I could have bought a pallet of something else for that kind of cost, and then they literally just, this is what they did. This is what I assume they did. And no shade, if Daniel Smith, you want to sponsor me, I will forgive you. I will just assume that it was an error. It all got lost in the post. But this is essentially what it feels like they did. They got paint, wiped off the excess, and then did that on the page and sent it to me and called it a dot card. That's honestly what it feels like. Um, so for that reason, I was like, my our dot cards are not the same, you know. Like I want to do really big, nice, juicy dot cards. Have you all tried Jackson's before? Because that was the other thing. I was like, oh, then this way, if you want to try them, you can. And I think one day, one day, I would love to like just do it regular Happy Meal, obviously. But for now, courtesy of all the issues with shipping, it's just not feasible yet. Gotta love Cracksons. I asked them, um, actually, when I received the dot cards, like I was gonna let it go, but they were so small. I was literally like, what is even the point of this? It's not even like, if there were at least more like brush strokes, I can say I can see the colors. But some of them, I mean, some of them were fine. Don't get me wrong, but some of them were just so small. And do you know what they did? I hope we're sufficiently in it that I feel like, you know, it's fine. They sent me the most patronizing email as to how to use dot cards, and they were like, oh, you know, you add water and then that's like how it turns into paint and you'll see the color. And I was like, the problem is that there isn't any paint. But it is what it is. They've since sent me a gift, which is the video that's going to go up at 8 p.m. today, and I am still so grateful. And for that reason, I wanted to spread the joy, hence you have some paints coming your way and some paintings coming your way as well. Shall we make it a deeper orange? Look at me contaminating my watercolors. This looks like a peach more than an orange. Oh, good. Then, Miss Ebony, it's on your way. The Schminke ones, amazingly, I haven't yet used, which says a lot given that I received it at the same time. But I hadn't finished swatching. You know, the problem that I have with swatching is that it's more the recording aspect. Like I feel like I should record it so that you guys can see it. Um, but then it's a lot to edit and it's a lot to record. So I feel like I keep waiting until I am mentally ready to deal with the the editing that's going to take. Unless I do it live, that's I guess another possible alternative, and set up the camera so it's a bit closer. So that's potentially something I could do. But the one thing that I liked about the Schminke dot cards at least was that they were like they looked, machine made. They were like perfectly round or whatever. So at least I can assume that it's standard. That anyway, yeah. I with the Daniel Smith ones, it literally felt like someone went out of their way to give me a tiny, tiny sample. And like I said, I think it was more like the fact that they were not cheap made it a bitter pill to swallow. I still like them. I still use them. They're still like for my reference. Whoops. Uh, and it definitely motivated me in making sure that these dot cards are thick. Some of them are going to be small. Just um the other brand that oh, that was an accident. What are we going to do about that? um the other brand that I'm going to send, let me just fix that. Would you say that's fixed? I feel like that's a beautiful addition to it now. um yeah, they sent me, I just have a small amount of the other brand, so I couldn't give more, but it's something that has sparked an idea. So, and someone very kindly mentioned that they don't want me to end up giving so much that I make a loss. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a loss this month, but that's fine. Because I want to like I want to, it's a conscious thing, and it's but yeah, I will then bear it in mind for next time. Mm. Yeah, me too. I haven't bought anything from Etsy yet. Might be the one thing. I think it's because I haven't really bought like any handmade watercolors as of yet. That's potentially the next thing to get into. I am buying less, which is hard. So I finished a no buy and now I'm like, I guess a low buy. I'm just trying to be more conscious. Like, do I need it? Do I have something else that I can use instead? Blah blah blah. All these like financially responsible questions. Like, oh, this sucks. Oh, exactly. Just happy accidents. Someone once said to me, which I love and I still remember, that you don't get lost, you only discover new places. And that has stayed with me for like maybe 15 years. What do you think? Dark roast? Orange enough? And then let's see. I'll put that here. Part of me is wondering, is it finished? I think it is finished. Sometimes it's important to learn when to stop. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Lara. Hey, Minty, welcome. Uh, well, Marylise, I am sending you some Jackson's watercolors. I'm sending some dot cards. I unfortunately can't send the whole thing because, like, shipping is ridiculous. It said like the first tier is the first tier, like price tier, is if your item is less than 20 grams. And I measured my envelopes and they're 30 grams. So it's like who is sending something in such a small envelope that I just genuinely don't understand. So because everything is by gram, I just um and also I can't afford to send everyone a tube of Jacksons. But this is what I have coming your way. If I can stop sticking it. Can you see? Can you see the size? I hope you can see. So it's 6 colors of Jacksons, and then I have some others. Now the other ones that I'm sending, they're going to be a random assortment, but these are the colors, and I'm going to edit the video talking more about them and giving you close-ups. But as you guys are live stream MVPs, look, can you see it? Can you see the shimmer? So I can't send every color of this, but as I mentioned, I'm going to be sending just a few so that you can see. Thank you, Dark Crest. I pride myself on my vlogs. I will not have dot cards ruin my reputation, my good reputation. I really like this mix. Thank you for suggesting that. Now, somebody else suggested something. Yeah, there are only 24 hours in the day. That's definitely a limiting factor. I can't remember if you orange and dark blue. Minty, you said dark blue. Okay, cool. Let's see what we have. 319 is gorgeous. Yes, it is. It's absolutely stunning. Here's the dot card I made of 319. And I will write your name, Marylise, so I remember to send it to you. Dark blue, thank you. Orange is so underrated. I must say, I'm not like the biggest orange fan, and yet some of the paintings that I have done with orange, I really, really love. Dark blue. Do I have a dark blue? I have a ultramarine intense. Let's try that. Thank you, Dark Roast. And yeah, the pinky gold color, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. As I mentioned, this is for everyone who joins Kofi today. Dark blue. And you'll get painting. You'll get a painting. You'll get, let's see what colors we have. We have dark blue. This is it on its own. And then if we mix it with Payne's Grey, is that not beautiful? I mean, it's going to be super moody, but wow. I love Payne's Grey. Have I said that before? I don't have indigo in this set, unfortunately. No. UK was, well, actually not anymore. UK was scorching hot. I think I can't remember which video I was doing that I tried to record. My phone got so hot that I had to put it in the fridge because it like completely shut down because of the heat. And I could completely understand why. Like I wasn't even mad. I was impressed that it had lasted that long because it was so hot. But now it's like Now it's a lot nicer, a lot more manageable. I think also mentioned I have no provision for heat in the UK. Do you know what I mean? Like there's not that much AC in most places because it doesn't normally get that hot. I don't have a fan. So I was literally here 40-degree weather. Yeah, not having a good time. But now it's maybe like 20 something. It's a lot nicer. The turquoise, blue, and green. This one. Or turquoise. Or do you mean one of these? Can you see the number? Or turquoise, blue, and green. This is me mixing the colors together. This isn't one color, if that makes sense. So let me know. I'm gonna put it up close. You let me know what the number is. And then this one is 302. And then I will write your name next to it. 306, 304, 319, 320, 301, 303, 310, whoops, 310. And then this bit here, 330. I actually got it wrong here. It was honestly, I was just here like I don't even yeah, I don't it wasn't a fun experience. It was too hot. It was way too hot. My only saving grace is that I wasn't working because a lot of the time, I think to be fair, my new place is a like as in the place I've been working at most recently is okay, but usually in the hospitals, again, we have no AC and we have no windows that can open. So we just turn off the lights and hope for the best. Every so often, management may have mercy and buy us like an ice lolly to keep us going. But apart from that, it's just you and the heat. Oh, these paints, the what brand are the shimmer colors? They are Supervision paints. Consider this your sneak peek. I was randomly swatching them out to make a video about them. Not randomly, as in like I was swatching them out to make a video about them. Had no idea what to expect and was so blown away. Hence why I included them as dot cards for the Kofi people because I was literally like, oh, yeah, no. Um, most of the time they don't have. Or I want to say, to be fair, the hospital I've been working at, I've been there for 2 years now. So maybe now in that time, other hospitals have since got AC. But my experience is that no, they did not. Because this one was a pleasant surprise. Normally, you just do your best, turn off the lights, especially like, and think about it because we have no windows, even though it might be day outside, you're just making everything inside dark because there's no natural light, but you just can't, you'd rather walk around in darkness than be sweltered by the heat. And as I say, you'll normally only have to do this for one day, and the rest of the time it's completely cold, so you're fine. Mm. But yeah, 40 degrees was, I was like, I can't believe it's hotter here than it was in Nigeria. Like, that's when I had to start evaluating my life. Like, how did this happen? Well, I know how it happened, but you know what I mean. And then I wanted to get a fan, but obviously there were no fans because there was a heat wave and everybody else had got a fan. And then by the time the heat wave went, now I'm like, do I need to get a fan? Like, this is a once a year occurrence, right? I think let me see. I may do this one again. Now, is this feeling too dark for you or no? And I feel like although I've done florals on like my live streams, I just haven't been painting as much. Like I haven't so I kind of want to try and experiment with different things as well, hence why I'm asking for color suggestions and things. Because otherwise you just end up doing what you are completely comfortable with. For example, my oranges quite almost always go unused, but not anymore. Can confirm this is probably the third set of cold blue watercolors that I have done. Ooh. Give me 2 seconds, my battery's about to die. I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, violet. Because it will happen again. I literally, yeah, this happens to me once a year. Now I'm just gonna take a quick second to scroll up and catch up on comments. Googling ice lolly. As what do they call it? What do they call it, dark roast? Ice is not ice cream, it's like a flavored ice in a lolly shape. I will get a small fan because I can't deal with what happened. And maybe it will happen again, certainly in August, no? Violets are a suggestion for next time, permanent rose and Prussian blue or cobalt. These are the colors I have. I didn't buy I bought them purely based on them being pretty as opposed to how helpful they may be to mix. Oh, thank you, Dark Roast. Thank you so much. You know, I was wearing this and my sisters didn't like it. And I was like, hold on, let me show you. Can you see? I really like it. Popsicle. Thank you. Understood. Yeah. I really like it, but they were like, oh no, it's because they normally buy my clothes, right? So I thought that they bought this for me. But they both didn't like it. So I was like, well, if you both don't like it, then who bought it for me? But I think I actually bought it for myself, which is why they don't like it. I've just forgotten. Part of me, okay, let me let's get back to it. My bad. Let's see. Thank you so much. That's what I said. I was like, I feel like it's really nice and summary. And they were like, um, I mean, yeah. They were just like, no, they definitely didn't buy this for me. And to be fair, I looked at the label and yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought it for me because it's quite cheap. Like it's a cheap brand. So I was like, oh, okay. Maybe they're right. But I like it, hence why I wore it on a live stream, for millions to see. I'm joking. For only my closest 20 people to see. Part of me is wondering what to do with this middle area that I have unintentionally left. But we will see. I'll come back to it. Will I? I could make it the deepest of the deepest blues. Uh, exactly. Thank you, Lara. Have you used Mineral Violet yet? And maybe do. I don't know what that means. What does the other thing mean? Chartreuse? Chartreuse? I'm sorry. Um, there we go. Problem fixed. Feel like it was drawing unnecessary attention. Sorry for the sirens. There's a lot of sirens here. Like I know that it's standard for London, but it's actually unreal. I was just like a dookie yellow green. Guys, what does dookie mean? What words are we using? Are these American terms? No, I'm joking. I'm sure they're completely normal terms. I'm just like, I just don't know them. But here we go. Dark blue, as per your suggestion. I hope that you like it. Um, just getting rid of some of that white space. I honestly, I couldn't even begin to guess this. To me, it sounded like something cheese related, like or food related. But learn something new every day. Today is no exception. Um, so we have the dot cards there as inspiration slash a reminder, and then these here. Although you can't really see them, but still. Hey, Wen, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Sap Green. I love Sap Green. Got it. Thank you. I love that you changed it and interpreted it to something that I can understand. Like colors that I can understand. So before then, though, I believe Mrs. Barnabas said lizard and crimson. Okay, understood. Permanent rose, Prussian blue or cobalt, violets. Um, let's see. And purple. Let's start with permanent alizarin crimson. I must say, actually, maybe I will do a video about this because the permanent alizarin crimson that I got with let me move. If I move this here, can you still hear me okay? Can I get a yes or a no? Can you tell a significant difference or no? Oh, you want a violet mixed with those. Oh, poop. um, let's see. Let's see. What I found interesting with, because one of the colors included in the dot cards are Jackson's yellow, which is PY154. Then then there's permanent alizarin crimson deep, which is PR206. And I thought that it would be like a really nice-ish color to make purples, and I love purples, but I couldn't get it done. I could not create purples. Like the red on its own was beautiful, but it was just quite different. Then the permanent sap green, which is PB29 and PY154, ultramarine deep, which is PB29, and then raw sienna, which is PBR7. No, purples. The purples, when I mixed the purples, they didn't look that nice. Let me see. Let me try again. I thought it was because they, I don't know, are granulating colors, so they were mixing in a funny way, but I can try again. Oh, maybe I stand corrected. Hold on. Yeah, because this is stunning. Emergency averted. Okay, yes, no difference. Cool. Thank you. Just because when it's here, it's hard for me to see down. So I felt like it was impeding my painting process. Which is fine if it's for a significant benefit, but if it makes no difference, then why struggle, right? And let's do a rose here. One thing that's slightly unrelated that I need to work on is not touching my paper, because I feel like I end up getting my fingerprints on it, which is really annoying. But then how do you turn it and work with it and do all that good stuff if you can't touch it? Tips welcome. And maybe try Prussian phthalo blue to mix it. I could try phthalo blue. I like them. I don't use them enough because they're so overpowering, but I can try. I think it looks nice. It's a dark purple. So this one is with phthalo blue. I feel like I've recreated the same color. Can you see it? Hold on. Can you give me a second? I'll go and change the water. But this is with phthalo blue. And this is with ultramarine blue. Can you see them? Hold on, let me make the ultramarine one again. Can you see? Ultramarine and permanent alizarin crimson, and then this is phthalo blue and permanent alizarin crimson. Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to do, touch only the edges. But still. I feel like now everyone's watching my fingers. Where is she going to touch next? I wonder if maybe this is why some people wear gloves. Although that's more for handling the painting, I think, rather than actually doing the painting. But it is something that I was wondering. And now just gonna use mineral violet. And I like using the shape of the brush to make the leaves rather than like coloring it in. I don't think there's a right or a wrong way to do it, but I just feel like I get more interesting shapes when I do it that way rather than when I try to control it all. What have I missed? Ah, thank you. I can't take credit. Very much being guided by you guys, which I love. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I do. Just me, it gives you the perfect shape. The only thing that I'm then mindful of is to try and do different shapes, because then if I keep doing the same thing in the same way, then it ends up looking too symmetrical, which is something that I keep fighting against. Because I naturally make everything the same shape, the same size, nice and symmetrical, and oddly enough, it takes work not to do that for me. Like there's a happy medium, I feel. Is that a good thing then, Gods and Heroes? I've heard that same rumor too about Jackson's and Senelia being manufactured by the same people. I haven't compared them myself, but that's the word on the street. Well, Wenwick, should you join? Shameless plug. Should you join? Should you join my Kofi, then I will be sending out the dot cards for free, as well as paintings. This is one of them. I've made most. I've made most. I just need to pack everything. I'm very proud of you for doing that too, Katerina, because I don't do it enough. Speaking of which, let's have a 2-minute intermission while I change my water. I agree, actually, gods and heroes. There we go. But I have seen quite a few people mention it. I didn't mention it in the video that I did because I don't know if I'm allowed to. Okay. Thank you so much for noticing when, like, whoops, the wind. Thank you so much for noticing. I really wanted them to be thick, thick dot cards. I wanted like, yeah. So thank you. Exactly, blob cards. I need to come up with a name that represents what they are. So it might be blob cards. I want maybe a slightly cuter name than blob cards that I can then be like, oh, you're getting blah 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 from Sketches and Scrubs. Because then I feel like when you imagine dot cards, you imagine the tiny ones. And if I can and if I have enough paint, I would rather just give a lot more. Thank you so much. I'm literally just gonna go and change the water and then be right back. It should only take 1 minute. But I figured this would be nice to look at while I go. Should it stop flying away? There we go. Ow. And back again. Chunky blobs. Blobby. Plop cards. Plop cards sounds like poo cards. No? That's me? Okay, now can I am back, but my camera is about to die. Sorry, you'd think that by now, given how much I love doing live streams, I would have a solution for this. But there isn't really an easy solution other than buying a new computer, buying a new phone, paying for, where is it? Paying for, looking for something in particular. Let me see, is it behind here? Paying £50 a month for the streaming service, like this. Everything would cost a lot, basically. Oh, that's so bizarre. I had something to fix this. Plus size dots. That might work. Super duper dots. I love it. Keep them coming. And as we grow, then I can definitely do it. Because initially I keep trying to think, I would love to do Happy Mail as a regular thing. And I keep trying to think of what exactly I should include in that Happy Mail. And I feel like dot cards is a good idea. I found it. This is what I was looking for. Can you see this little contraption? I hope it works. Okay, question for you. Yeah, don't worry, I have the answer. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I have to be so bootleg about this. Okay. Whew. Can you hear me? Question 1. And is the audio good? AKA, is it coming from here? That's the first question. Question 2. Does it bother you that we have now lost audio? Okay, you can hear me. Good. Perfect. And we may just have to have this line over my face, but it's coming from here. Good. And what's the other thing I need to fix? I need to stop. Does it bother you that we now no longer have music? I can't have music and charge my phone, which is also like, not only is my phone my not only is it my second camera, it is also my source of Wi-Fi. So if it dies, the stream is over. Okay, glad there's no music. Okay, cool. Glad. Thank you guys so much. I'm so sorry for all of that mess and rearranging and everything. And I'm still working on the setup and how I can do this. But once this happens, it means that we have less time than I thought to get everything together, because the reason that I don't charge my phone as we do the live streams is because then it overheats. You can't make this up. And we came up with, did someone say pearl cards? I really like that. Yeah, definitely a work in progress. It feels so odd to be making all these mistakes online forever, but I'm human. We're friends. And what color did we say? Did someone say turquoise? I have the transparent turquoise. I can do another piece with. Yeah, I like pearl cards. I hope people won't be like, these are tiny pearls though. What kind of pearls is she looking at? But I feel like, you know, they're round-ish, imperfect, like natural pearls. I like that. Thank you, Mrs. Barnabas. I'm just checking on the comments that I missed. But Rome was not built in a day. That is very true. Thank you so much. Let me get back to it and start painting again. But yeah, no, because if I could, like I said, part of me wanted to do like a live stream where we paint, where I would just log in the morning and paint all day. That is what I would love. But the issue and the limiting factor is all the technology around it and actually making it work. That's what's making it. That's the reason that I haven't done it. Like, Do I have the battery for it? Do I have the Wi-Fi? Like, I don't have Wi-Fi, but I'm gonna get Wi-Fi now with the hope that it will make things a bit easier. And slowly but surely we'll get there. And if people don't mind not having music, then this might also work as well, because that will take less on the stream. I just thought people might be bored of just listening to my voice. This is the Turquoise by Roman Schmull. Like, I love this palette. I feel like I don't use it enough, hence why I've been trying to use it more and more. I'm going to also try and use it for non-floral things and like see if I can, you know, like mix them and get more comfortable with just painting with them as if they were normal. In my head, I feel like because quite a lot of them granulate and quite a lot of the colors I picked granulate, I've only used them for like special things where I can use them as a standalone as opposed to like normal paints. Does that make sense? Like my Winsor & Newton, I would pull out and can paint anything with it. Whereas with these, I'm like, could I do a portrait? Could I do a shop front? Could I do this? Could I do that? With a question. I definitely got the rough bit. No, that works for me. That car alarm, honestly, it must sound like I'm living in the ghetto. and I'm not. Like, I'm well, I'm safe. I don't know why there's sirens and why there's car alarms and all that stuff. But it's actually quite a nice area, I believe. But yeah, I'll see. I'm still thinking about it. I really do want to do a live stream, like an all-day stream. Like, you remember, I don't know how many of you were around back then. I think quite a few were, but I don't know if you managed to catch when for my birthday I did a live stream for 4 hours. I am still in awe that my phone and everything managed to last for that period of time. It was very rare. But I would love to do that again, I think. We shall see. Something to work towards. Maybe, let's see. Maybe the honestly, so you understand the struggle, Dark Crest. It just sounds ridiculous. And I think normally if I'm just, you know, going about my day, I don't pay much like attention to it. Like, I noticed that there's a lot of sirens because in comparison to my old place, I didn't hear any at all. Which to me felt like an anomaly given that it was so close to London, and all my other places I could hear sirens. But like, I think now that I'm on the live stream and I'm a little bit more aware of it, I'm like, oh my gosh, every 5 minutes there's sirens. And I can't say, oh yeah, you know, I think it's ambulance, because I don't feel like that makes it any better. It's like, why are there so many sirens, so many emergencies in my area? Yeah, no, that would be right. I don't even, I think it's because I'm near the hospital. I'm not even that close, but I think they're ambulances rather than police cars. At least most of the time that I've gone out and walked around, that's what I've seen. Is this what one would classify as a dookie green, or a, I can't say that word. But is this the green that you meant? Is my question. Or more yellowy actually. So maybe more this one than this one. Mm. Oh, thank you, Wen. I honestly had such a good time when I went to the beach. And I was kind of sad that I haven't gone to the beach of late. To be honest, in terms of priorities, it was like moving, not being homeless, that kind of thing. So fair dues, I had good reason not to go, but I really do want to go. I don't even get in the water most of the time, you know. I just like being there, smelling the sea, seeing the waves. I find it super relaxing. Um, so I would like to try and do it again. I may just borrow my mum's car. I keep borrowing her car. In fact, I joke about it and call it our car now because it might as well be. But I may borrow her car and try to go to the coast when I have some time off in August, a weekend off towards the end. But again, I won't go to sleep because that was my initial thing. I wanted to go and like actually sleep over and everything. But I think because everyone is kind of having a staycation, the cost for cottages and hotels and everything is astronomical. So I'm just looking for day trip regions really. Let's add some purulane green. Got it. That sounds amazing, Lara. You know what's funny? When I was younger, I um I thought I would never like leave London. Like I was very much like I liked the city, loved the city even. And not to say that I was going out or anything like, you know, partying or anything, but I just liked the convenience of having everything nearby. Like, you know, if I want to go to a store, I walk 2 minutes and I go to a store. Or if I want to go to the cinema, I walk 5 minutes and go to the cinema. And if I want to go further out, I can. Like, I just loved all of that. And I really didn't want to move outside London. And then obviously, whoops, then obviously got into medicine and you rank where you want to go and then they put you somewhere. And I ranked and they can put you anywhere in the UK. So I ranked and they put me it kind of gave me my ranking, but the way that it worked is that I do 1 year in London and 1 year outside London. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be outside London. There's nothing there. I'm going to be so bored, blah, blah, blah. I ended up loving it. And since then, I have been trying not to come back to London. Like I've been trying to stay on the outskirts. I feel like the outskirts is a happy medium for me where there's not like it's still somewhat busy and lively, but it's not like London. Obviously, as you can hear from outside, I'm pretty much back in London now. But still, it's just so funny how things change because initially I was really like, I never want to leave London. I don't want to go. How can they send me out to Surrey, which is literally like half an hour away? It's like there's nothing there. But I really enjoyed like the tranquility that came with being outside London and also being near nature. That's when I started going out for walks and stuff. And like to the hills and you know going to parks. But I don't do that enough anymore, and I don't have a garden. so I don't really spend enough time outdoors, or as much as I would like outdoors for the moment. But I need to find, I'm near some nice parks, so I will look. I'll look for parks and things and somewhere nice to go. But yeah, definitely want to go to the beach again. Yeah, I was literally the same when I was in uni. It's like, I'm never leaving London. Went to uni in London, ranked jobs in London. Even for, I mean, this was almost like kind of my mistake. The thing is also that my family lives in London and I didn't want to be far from them. But like for the jobs, I ranked, for the training jobs, I ranked London, and I basically said, if you don't give me London, I will just take a year out and then reapply next year. And it's quite competitive to get in. So in my head, I genuinely thought I wouldn't get in, which was fine with me. I was prepared for that. And I was planning to travel for a year. But I got in. So I didn't travel. And then obviously COVID hit and everything. So it's probably just as well. God knows why that happened. But yeah, what do you think about this one? Ta-da! Oh, you grew up in Surrey. Yeah, Surrey was nice. Like Surrey's what changed my mind about actually living in London. Don't get me wrong, I was in Guildford, so it was really quiet, but it was just so like they still had everything that you needed and it was still close to London, but it was also equally close to beautiful parks, to South Downs, to you could go to the coast quite easily. Like it was just a really nice area. It's greeny. So yeah. Um Ta-da! And does anyone have any questions about joining Kofi, what it is, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, what the perks are? I feel like it's quite clear. The only other thing I should say is because sometimes I can see that people have like started following me on Kofi but don't join as members, and that's fine if that's the intention of what you're trying to do. But if you don't join as an actual member, if you don't sign up the membership, then you don't get the rewards. When you are following but not supporting, all it means is that you can see I have posted something that other people can see, but you can't. So I believe that's what it's like. I know that you don't get the perks. It is currently £10 a month to become a member. And through it, you'll get access to Discord, which is where we chat and share our art. I will also be creating monthly art challenges on things that I am either working on myself or things that I think would be fun for us to do together. I share photo references, so and other people as well have started sharing some really great photo references. So if you are looking for inspiration on what to do, or you want references, you have access to that as well. I am. If you join today, I will send you a painting that I have done on this live stream, as well as the Jackson's pearl cards. Thank you, Marilise. And then the other, and then the other dot cards as well. As I mentioned, most of the rewards moving forward will be digital rewards because most of us are from all over the world. But this month, for today only, I'm also going to send some digital rewards. So I want to put all that together. Thank you. That blue and green is really nice. I agree. It's beautiful. I didn't mix them. So this is the transparent turquoise by Raymond Spiel. The green is the sap green, and then the darker green is the perylene green. think this may be one of my favorites. I know, can you imagine? But oh yeah, and also I make exclusive video for I forgot, I make an exclusive video for Kofi members as well. And I started off by doing one related to the challenge, and as time moves on, I think I'll just ask you guys what you want to see and create it that way, especially as I will be cutting down on videos that I make on YouTube. But yeah, and as well as that, you will obviously have my eternal gratitude for helping me continue to create videos and invest in the channel, and hopefully work out some of these kinks that I keep having. Can you see them? Now I will need to count these up, and I think I still have some more to do, but I am also aware that my video is going to go up at 8 o'clock. So when it finishes, I'll probably close this at 8, so that you can watch that video and see what Jackson's kindly gifted me, and then take it from there. Part of me wants to go live again. The other part of me is like, I should probably eat, unpack, finish the dot cards, and everything else. So I'm going to do those things probably rather than, but we'll see. If I get so inspired at, I don't know, midnight, I will come back on. But does anyone have any other questions about, did I miss it? Did anyone have any other questions about Kofi or about the rewards or anything else? As I mentioned, this month is a special month because it's the first month, and I feel like you guys are almost like sowing a seed of faith by joining as I work out the kinks, hence why, as a thank you, I am sending these rewards as well. Now, I wanted to, before we go, we have 10 minutes. What can I do in 10 minutes? I want to paint with some of these. Part of me is curious. We'll see. I hope, yeah, okay, it's good. They haven't like fully dried yet. So these are the supervision paints. Can you see that? I'm also sending some dot cards of this set, but unfortunately not as much and not as many because I didn't have much left in general. And then I tried to buy some more, but they were unavailable. And yeah, so, and also very, very expensive. Can you see it? I hope you can see the shimmer. I think you'll see it better when it dries. That even though it's dry, it's shimmering. Just want to show you some of the colors. And also interested in seeing how they re-wet, because it's one thing to work from wet, but not all of them dry and re-wet equally in terms of like not all paints. So I'm curious to see how they will work. But I prefer to work from pans because I feel like otherwise my water control isn't quite right. I end up wasting quite a lot of paint. Like, I don't know, to me it's just easier and one less thing to worry about if I'm working from a dry pan. This is the 319. Oh, my bad. I should have looked up. Definitely eat and rest. Thank you so much, Wen. I really like that color scheme as well. All need our rest. Your paintings are beautiful. Thank you so much, Lorna. Good. I'm glad you can see the shimmer. And the paints are called Supervision. 2 separate words, super and vision, which when I was writing on the plan, I was like, supervision, like to be supervised. But yeah, they are beautiful. And I don't really like, it's not only the glitter, but it's also it's like the glitter and the granulation. Does that make sense? Like, I don't understand how the colors can granulate like this and not just turn into mud. These are definitely not colors that I would be like, let me get some of this, that I would be mixing together. Although I got curious and I tried to mix two together and it worked, but still they look so nice on their own that it is so tempting. Just want to do a few florals for you. Consider it your sneak peek, because really and truly, if anyone is watching on the replay at almost 2 hours, and you guys who've been here for almost 2 hours, you are MVP, so you definitely deserve to see this. And as I mentioned, I honestly thought like, oh, okay, it's gonna be, I don't know, I had very, 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 very low expectations of the paints. So I was only doing the swatches to kind of like take a break from everything else that I was doing. And then I was just blown away. So I ended up creating more work for myself, if that makes sense. Because I thought, oh, okay, I'll just do this very quickly and then that's something that's done. And then when I started swatching them, I was like, these are just too beautiful to keep to myself. I need to record this and finish recording it. I need to create dot cards so that I can share it with you guys so that you can see how beautiful they are up close and personal as well. I think I went live because I was like, you need to see how beautiful this is. I got so excited. I messaged them and I was like, the paints are beautiful. No, so they kindly got in touch with me and actually sent me a set. But they are on Amazon. When I looked to get another set on Amazon, they weren't available. But that being said, that's Amazon. Ooh. Yeah, this is, when I did the video, I mean, it's going to take some editing because I would literally add some water, be speaking, add some water to the paint and then get distracted. So it's just a whole bunch of incomplete sentences. Like, I wonder what, ooh, even with this one, I had forgotten how beautiful it is. Like, I can just imagine it on painting oceans. So as I say, it's just a little teaser. Thank you so much to everyone who's been watching. Thank you for keeping me company as always. Thank you for being patient as I sorted out my technical difficulties. Thank you to everyone who's joined Kofi already. I see you and I appreciate you, and I truly hope that you enjoy the happy meal that is on its way to you. If you have any special requirements, then please just let me know. Like, if you're like, oh, I want this color or blah, 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 or this piece or that piece, then just let me know and I will do that. How to give, yeah, you can still, it's like a normal YouTube video. My bad. See, I forget all these things. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit like and to consider subscribing. Thank you for doing that, Lara. Yeah, I always forget, putting like that, forget to ask on live streams. Ooh, did not know that was green. I need to create the swatch card so that I know what color's what, but for now it's nice being pleasantly surprised every so often. And I think I'll just use that green to do some leaves. Now, if you're still here, not only are you a Raw MVP, but you may be interested in seeing what Jackson's very kindly gifted to me. And then as well, in that video, I mess around with some swatches and some color wheels as well, so that you can see what they mix like. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about Kofi, then please feel free to ask. Your support is the reason that not only will I be able to continue, but God willing, I'll be able to slowly upgrade and fix certain issues I'm having with YouTube. And also it will allow me to do art, which I love, which is why I'm super, super grateful. Now, let me get some more of this. I should end it, but I don't want us to stop. This one? Oh, too much. Thank you so much, Dark Christ. And this is, can you see the shimmer? I feel like I'm not doing the shimmer justice. Not only the shimmer, but okay, if I do it closer, and the granulation, can you see that? Ta-da! Thank you so much for watching. Go and check out the video that I did where I unboxed the gift from Jackson's. And yeah, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you all for joining. And oh, I'll check that out, Dark Roast. And I will see you when I see you, some point next week. Unless I decide to live stream tonight. But yeah, definitely remember to check out the Kofi for something that you're interested in. And also remember that following on Kofi is not the same as supporting on Kofi. So the rewards are for those who support and join as members. And that's £10 a month at the moment. Thank you so much. And I will see you next week. Bye. Thank you.